Hello guys, welcome to our second try at Fuji. This race descended into an absolute farce. You'll see why. I've started this video on the grid walk to explain a couple of stuff. We bumped into Mr. PG Motorsport here in this lobby, and he's a fellow YouTuber. We've qualified in 8th. He's a fellow YouTuber. He was actually one of the first YouTubers that, whenever we first got the game last year, and I fell in love with it. He was one of the first guys who we did see online, but we've not really followed him because he spoke a different language. But yeah, we were aware that he was a fellow YouTuber, and very fast. Our race that we've had a few weeks ago at Interlagos was one of our only interactions with the guy on track, where we put our hazard lights on, pulled over to the side and let him past us, and he said thanks with his hazards and stuff himself. So we'll jump on board with this one. I want to go through this. Will be a longer video. I want to go through this whole race to see if there's anything that I could have done to start this here off. I want to have a better look at an incident that occurs in the first corner here. See, Mr. PG is in 10th. And we'll watch this at full speed and then we'll go back. I felt very, very unlucky. We knew this guy wanted it. We've drifted out. We've let him have the inside, and he comes lunging up the inside. Mr. PG on. And that guy in front of us, you can see there, he drops the wheel. Let's have a look at that again. And press pause. Right, where's slow motion in this? You just have to keep on pressing it. So he's had a bit of a lunge up the inside, and Mr. Bonjour Storm drops a wheel. Never mind that, we'll do it this way. He's dropped a wheel there. We have not touched him at all, and he's lost it. Our contact with him comes now. The incident has already happened, and I'm thinking to myself, does Mr. PG Motorsport think that this is our fault? Does he think we've hit him, and then he's been taken out as well? So you can see that again from Mr. Bonjour's point of view as well. If you would like, you can see he has lost it before the contact with us, so no blame on us there whatsoever for me. One of those very unlucky situations for ourselves in the first corner. We were hugely disappointed, but I'm thinking, does Mr. PG think now that that's our fault? We also pick up a ridiculous 4-second penalty, which broke our wee hearts. We thought to ourselves we were going to get a top 10, possibly even a top 5. We'll jump outside and keep an eye on it. This penalty's going to kill us once we get round to the next lap. We also encountered another guy in this room who was, for some reason, he seemed angry. We actually thought to ourselves, oh, him and Mr. PG are best buddies, they're good friends, and they're both angry at us for some reason. You can see we're number 18 in the room. So we'll be over the moon with our qualifying, up in 8th. Anywhere in the top 10, and we would have been pretty happy with the result. Would have been a good improvement for us. We'll jump back on board here as we go to serve the penalty. We get off the line like a gentleman. And we're going again. Lento. We'll keep an eye on Lento. I think it might have been the Mr. Lento guy that was upset with us. But again, no idea why. When he comes up on us here, I do believe he's really aggressive. But again, at this stage in the race, we have no idea that anybody is angry at us whatsoever. We have done nothing wrong on our screen. The way the incident in the first corner happened, we've not came out good of it at all. Although it was all that close that it wouldn't surprise me if on their screens something else happened. We'll jump back on board now because we've got Mr. Lento behind us, and we'll keep an eye and see if we drive appropriately. He throws one up the inside. We trust him by going wide there, but then he trusts us by allowing us room. And you see here, Mr. PG, this was the move where it all started. We'll go back on board with Mr. PG. We thought at the time it was extremely rude, and you can see there is no attempt whatsoever from Mr. PG. We'll go further back. There's no attempt from this guy at all. It was a clear takeout move of the both of us. He knows he has a second penalty here coming up, and he decides to try and affect us. I can only assume and hope that after he takes this penalty, it's going to work out for him, and he's going to remain in the slipstream. But we were pretty angry at Mr. Motorsport there, and if we go back, I want to look at that one more time from the other guy's point of view, from this guy, because is he angry at us? Does he think that we've just done this? No, he can't. You see that there? He has to know that was Mr. PG as well. That has not worked out for him either. And back on board again with ourselves. Only 2 laps of this race gone already, and a shitload of stuff has went down. And Mr. PG on behind us in the background there. And as I say, feel free to go back and catch all of this on the live stream. We ended up having fun. He changed it. He changed the whole dynamic of the race for us, and it ended up, it wasn't a race, it was just time to make your brain happy with having a bit of fun. Let's see, he's coming back up on us again here. We'll jump back on board. In fact, we'll go on whoever's behind in this battle, that's who will follow. So he throws one up the inside of us there. We'll jump back on us. Now remember, he's already done this hugely aggressive move. We trusted him and went wide there, and he again has taken the opportunity to throw it up the inside. Although there was nothing wrong with that move, it was his previous move. So we're flashing him, we're pounding the ass of his car with powerful headlight flashes, and we just judge a braking off him. we let him know by driving right out, still very fair, but we're letting him know we're not happy with you. You've been a naughty boy. And it turns into a spot of fun. We've got the Lento guy, you see there, he throws it up very aggressively. But still, nothing apart from the original move from Mr. PG on the last corner. I feel like it was a ridiculous one. But all these other wee ones are very aggressive, and then he does that, which is the start of the fun. In a straight line, he has slammed on his brakes, and we don't know if he's deliberately trying to spin himself out there, or what way his brain's thinking, but he has spun out, and of course we will no doubt have a penalty for that, will we? We don't see a penalty at the moment for it. Perhaps this Mr. Lento is perhaps a fan of Mr. PG then, and he maybe feels that we have taken Mr. PG out, so maybe that is where our problems started with Mr. Lento. We didn't really have problems with him, just he made it clear to us that you'll see on his way past us, we try to lift and let him past and not get involved in any kind of thing, but we're then made aware, oh right, this guy must be good buddies with Mr. PG or something, because he appears to be very angry at us also. So again, we'll jump on the vehicle that is behind. And I believe it's along here that we tried to move out and lift off, but you can see he is clearly very angry at us for some reason. I can only assume he's friends with Mr. PG, and we've had a wee round back at him there and picked ourselves up a penalty for it. And we'll skip round to the penalty zone. Hop outside. And we'll watch every incident in this race that has any vehicles anywhere. We'll skip as much as we can to try and keep the video to a safe distance, but we've been taken by surprise in this race. We've been manhandled. We feel like we've just been pulled up a dark alleyway and abused. And we're already thinking at this stage, okay, this is a race. Our brain has continued to have fun. You always need to try and find the fun rather than the rage. So we have actually turned this into a fight for last place between ourselves and the other YouTuber in the house, Mr. PG Motorsport. We'll stay here just because Mr. Bonjour is here. You can see how my driving is, in case Mr. PG has a different point of view of it. We have went on Mr. PG Sports channel. He has, apologies if you and I have made a video of this race, but we've seen 2 other attempts that you did at this round that you have done on your channel, and they're up to be watched. I was unable to find this one, almost as if you tried to hide this one, sir. We're not, apologies, as I say, if we're wrong, but it's almost as if you were trying to hide your fantastic driving skills. And you can see we're racing Mr. Bonjour here, nice and clean, even though the amount of stuff that has happened to us in this race is absolutely ridiculous. But we're happily sitting here, continuing to be as clean as possible and drive like a wee gentleman with everyone else. I'm sure Mr. PG must be slowly but surely making his way back up till us. There he is in the background. I would like to skip this, guys. I'm just afraid in case anyone thinks I've done a dirty move or something on Mr. Bonjour, or whenever there's other cars around. Again, we're absolutely fine there. We've done nothing wrong. And here is the Lanto guy again. Yes, we've seen him behind us and we're like, oh, he's going to take us out, is he? And he basically does here. We try and hug inside. We don't want to let him on the inside of us. And he just drives us off the track. Well, he tried to drive us off the track. It didn't really work out for him. And you can see we were just talking the inside. And he just held the accelerator in. And all this will keep allowing Mr. PG. The edge is way up. In the background there he is. We'll jump back on board again. We'll have another couple of skips here. Oh, on the way in here now, Mr. Bonjour slowed down a bit early. No harm done, a clear accident. Let's skip. The boys in the pits, they did a fantastic job yet again, and as soon as we come out of the pits, there we'll go back. Mr. PG, where's Mr. PG? We'll go on board Mr. PG. He's in the pits as well, and we see him right behind us, and we already have. He's just coming for the ram, and we stroke the damn life out of him. Can you believe that? A man of his experience and us, a basic beginner, we've stroked the life out of him there. I'm going to have to watch that again, Mr. PG, to humiliate you in a wee bit. Got the life stroked right out of you there. We're I think that shows that by the time the Gran Turismo career comes to an end, we should be having your ass for breakfast if we're already stroking you like that at our amateur status right now. So this is, the games have begun. My wee nerves were going. I was loving this race. I was commentating and stuff on it. Feel free, as I say, to go and catch the live stream of it. We turned this into an enjoyable race for ourselves, having fun. The battle of the two YouTubers. Who would come out and tap? We do have number 17 on the car as well, remember, so we're quite happy to come back here, and you can see he's just in front of us and he tries to stop. He's just trying to park it in front. Yep, we're not sure what he is, and we'll try a wee pit manoeuvre on him and sort his ass right out with a wee pit manoeuvre. Well, that's that one yet again. Oh well, there we go, a wee job to the rear end, and there, I think that you sorted out there, son. What do we think? It may well have been his plan. He may well have wanted to do this here to try and lose a race. It only took one daily race and one other race, and we had a race back. We were back to the exact same place as what we were. But we're on our own now, and we know that he's faster than us. We'll continue with a skip. And as I say, these laps here where he was hunting us down, we were nervous. It was a fun race. We just wanted to beat him. This was as good as a win at the end of this one. Our wee nerves were starting to go as we were being hunted down, and we already know exactly the kind of race it is. And we were getting worried that he was getting close enough just to not slow down on the entry to the first corner. We thought that's how it was going to go. He was just going to ram us off. We'll keep an eye on us from here. What other fantastic driving has he got in store for us? We try and stroke him. We would like him ahead of us, but no, he's not having it. He's just trying to slow down. We'll jump back with us again now. We try and pit maneuver him again. It doesn't work out. Again, he's just trying to park it in front of us. We're not sure, really, what has started all this off. As I say, this is the third time I've watched this. I was in the race, and then straight after the race we went and we watched the replay, and the ghosting stops us from hitting him there, and we realise that what he was doing in order to make himself ghost, he must have been going into his pause menu and turning himself into a ghost, and we were unable to ram him. And we quite cheekily put our hazard lights on there as if to say thank you for speeding us up. We enjoyed that as well. And again, we'll jump on behind. He almost gets us there. And again, we'll try and let him get it because we don't want it. Back on board with us now, you can see he's ghosting, and we try to do the same. We are now in pause menu hoping we're going to ghost, but he gets us before we ghost. And still the battle of the YouTubers rages on. Who is going to come home in front? He appears happy and content just to try and give us the penalties. As I say, our race was on the track. We just wanted to beat his ass on the track. And I think right there, that does the trick for us. We'll stay on board with us, because as soon as we've done that, our want right now in this race is to end this race the perfect way. Our head was telling us we are now on the home straight. We are going to do a handbrake turn, and we are going to reverse over the finish line whilst flashing our lights at him. And this was the plan. And then we'd have went to bed that night so pleased to be able to rub it in his face like that. Is it going to work out for us? Unfortunately, we come round this last corner with it in our heads. We're thinking, oh my god, we'll take the penalty, we'll handbrake turn, and we'll flash our lights in his face and reverse over the line. But no, time was out. So there you go, guys. Mr. PG Motorsport, I think it stands for pure gaming, although after seeing that, it should stand for parental guidance, just like the DVDs and stuff. If you ever bump into Mr. PG and you've seen this, or you're friends with him, I think he deserves a wee bit of abuse. Hand out a wee bit of stick to the man, because that was shameful stuff there. But it was fun, Mr. PG. Thanks for the fun. Hopefully the next time we race, I'll be very nervous. I won't know what way I'm meant to race you, especially now. There's no penalties. You're allowed to ram me off. I will be very, very nervous. The next time you're behind me, I shall expect to be pulled up a dark alleyway yet again. Thank you guys. Hope you enjoyed that video. I know I certainly enjoyed the race. Catch you next time.